We're in the town of Marathon, Texas. This will be our base of operations for the next 4 days of hiking. We'll be at this motel, the Marathon Motel, for 5 nights. And each day we'll be traveling down about 70 miles down to Big Bend National Park. And we'll be hiking with a group of 12 people as part of a Road Scholar program. Here's our cabin at the Marathon Motel. Here we are signing away our lives with the liability waivers. This is the entrance to Big Bend National Park, and the yucca there is a giant white dagger. We had a brief stop at the Panther Junction Visitor Center to use the restrooms. All right, today's our first day of hiking, and we traveled down from Marathon down to Boquillas. Our first hike today is with one of our guides, Maddie. She's going to tell us a little bit about the hike. What are we doing today, Maddie?
So we're doing a 1.7, 1.5 mile hike. We're going to kind of go up this little section, see a view of Mexico, see the river, and then we're going to go into what is called Boquillas Canyon. We're also going to see some nice Native American pictographs. So it's going to be a very cool hike today.
All right, that sounds fun. That's just the morning hike. So
this morning.
We'll see a little bit more later. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is the Rio Grande River, and off in the distance here we have the Mexican town of Boquillas. These are grinding holes used by the Native Americans for processing food items. Here are some pictographs kind of hidden away in a little enclosure.
There are springs that come into the river. We're going to one this afternoon, the hot springs. We just saw one over there. This level is essentially as low as it will get until our springs start being affected, and then this will be dry, okay? So this is like danger level, big time.
This is the Rio Grande River, and we are right at the beginning of Boquillas Canyon, which flows through this rocky canyon here. Our guide Joe was telling us that he has rafted and done river trips down through this canyon. Typically, he says it's a 5-day trip through the canyon, but if you did it individually, you could probably do it in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
That's beans in it, or what does it have?
Chiqui, gallina.
Chicken tamales?
Yeah.
El nombre
Conejo.
Conejo.
Conejo, yeah.
Conejo.
What does it mean?
Rabbit.
Rabbit?
Rabbit, yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit.
Oh.
Here's the things that we bought at the
Wait. I gotta be with. Yes. We got our.
All right.
Here, road runner
Roadrunner
and can holder.
and a can holder. All right, very nice.
More little leading blooms, and we're gonna see these salts precipitating out of this spring water down here. That's why we're looking at calcium and salts, this white stuff.
We're heading to the hot springs, and there are some relics of the settlement that was here at one time. This was actually a resort, and people came here for the hot springs. These are things that some of the Mexicans sell to the tourists. They have them set up here to purchase. So did you find something you liked there, Valerie?
I like the donkey. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy him yet. I'm thinking about it.
You should take it.
He's pretty colorful.
Pretty colorful, and he's green,
Yeah.
like all the plants.
These are the hot springs where some of the group went in and soaked for a while, and it's right next to the Rio Grande River here, and you can see Mexico on the other side of the river. Guys,
Warm.
this group of canoers are the people that work at the pizza place where we'll be eating on Wednesday.
Y'all are waiting for us?
How's your stay down by the river?
It was great. Is this the YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yes.
How did you guess?
It was awesome.
All right. We'll see you back at the marathon.
See you back at base.
We're walking back to the van from the river, and we came across these horses, which came across from Mexico. They belong to people over in Mexico. So where are we going, Joe?
We are driving up the Chisos Basin Road into the heart of the Chisos Mountains in Big Bend. And we are in bear and mountain lion country.
You'll see on some of the rock, you'll see some colors of gray, yellow, blue, green.
All right, it's our second day of hiking. What are we doing today?
We are going to do the Window Trail and part of the Oak Springs Pour-Off. So we're going to have a nice, beautiful little view. We're going to go through some trees in the Chisos Basin, see all these different environments. It's going to be a really cool hike.
And then this afternoon we've got another hike.
Yep, so we're going to do a small portion of the Lost Mine Trail. So we're going to do only 0.8 up, 0.8 back, just to see a nice vista view that we're going to see on Thursday. So a nice little preview of what our Thursday is going to be.
All right, thank you. We're approaching the window that looks out to the west over the Chihuahuan Desert here from the Chisos Mountains. And we're getting close to the edge here. Here we are at the window. We're going to the Oak Springs Overlook, where we'll get another view of the desert to the west of us. We're at the Oak Springs Overlook, and when you look to the west, you can see out over the Chihuahuan Desert here. This is the view from the Lost Mine Trail looking south, and over here we have the backside of what's called Casa Grande, a big rock formation that comes up behind the Chisos Basin, and then looking down this way towards the west is where we came up the Lost Mine Trail. This is the view looking north from the Lost Mine Trail. We're up in the Chisos Mountains, and in the far distance is the desert and Marathon where we're staying. Who was the most famous person to ever hike this trail?
Richard from
No.
Rhodes.
All right, Maddie, who was the most famous person to ever hike this trail?
Lady Bird Johnson.
And that was in what year?
Oh,
1966.
late 1960s.
All right, great, good,
Okay,
good
one
answer.
half of the question right. Okay.
Today.
All right, we are on Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive, and we are doing the most underrated hike in Big Bend, Upper Bro Mesa. 3.5 miles to an amazing pour-off.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, let's do it.
This hike starts out with some wide open desert terrain, but the trail gradually starts closing in. The canyon walls start closing in, and we end up going through a fairly narrow canyon, reaching the spot where we have to do some rock scrambling to get to the final place where the pour-off is. We got to this area where there's looks like about a 20-foot drop-off where we have to scramble down the rocks.
Jennifer, just look up for a moment. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now you can concentrate.
Okay. Just might be a little tricky.
Okay, good.
Here's the end of where we can hike to. This is the pour off. Looks like there's about 100-foot drop here to the bottom. All right, so we just finished the morning's hike. How did you like the hike?
It was very nice. Good
What-
scrambles and through the caverns.
And what did you see along the way?
A lot of cactus.
No animals, though, right?
Nope.
Unfortunately. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Big Bend National Park is in the Chihuahuan Desert, and let's take a look at some of the plants. The indicator species for the Chihuahuan Desert is the agave lechuguilla. This is a prickly pear cactus, which we see quite a few of, and this is a Santa Rita prickly pear cactus. This is a sotol, and this is an Arizona rainbow cactus. And this is a yucca plant. We see quite a few of these. This afternoon we're going to hike the Santa Elena Canyon Trail.
And here I am.
This is where the Rio Grande River flows out of Santa Elena Canyon. We've just come up a series of switchbacks, and here you get a good view looking northeast of the Rio Grande River and the Chisos Mountains in the distance. We've reached the end of the trail here. So we're looking across the river to the Mexican side, and you can see there's a sheer wall going straight up from the river. Here's Kirk taking a picture up the river. We've got some real nice afternoon light on the canyon walls looking up Santa Elena Canyon. Joe is giving us a little bit of history of Big Bend National Park. Here's a boulder that apparently fell off of one of the walls of the canyon. This evening we're going to have a stargazing session with an astronomer, amateur astronomer who lives out here at Marathon, Texas. His name is Bill Ramey. He's extremely knowledgeable, and we got a chance to look at the planet Jupiter, the planet Saturn, and some star clusters.
This is the best day of my life.
And with me, this is our, wait a minute, this is our best day of our lives.
All right.
We are going to do the South Rim Trail, 12.5 miles uphill over to that saddle way over there, and then come all the way around. We're going to see a nice, beautiful view of the south side of the park.
Great, I'm looking forward to it.
Great. It's going to be good.
This is the view of the Chisos Basin from the Pinnacles Trail, and as I pan around here to the west, you'll see the window where we hiked the other day, and that's a water pour-off that goes to the west. Here's a view of Casa Grande. We've climbed about 1,000 feet elevation gain from the trailhead, and here we have another 600 feet to go. Here's the view of the Chisos Basin. We've reached the end of the Pinnacles Trail, And from here, there's a couple of different trails that go off in different directions.
You should try it.
This is a Mexican blue jay that was hanging around at lunchtime. I think he was hoping to pick up some of our scraps.
Boot Canyon begins.
This is the formation that Boot Canyon is named for, so that looks like an upside down boot there. We're continuing hiking up Boot Canyon now. Here's the trail going up towards the rim. We came to this area where there's a creek, and you can see the rock formations here. This is the south rim where we're having our lunch stop, and we get a great view out over the Chihuahuan Desert looking south. A lot of what you see here in the distance is Mexico, which is across the Rio Grande River, which is down in that valley. And here we are enjoying our lunch. This is a view looking southwest. Santa Elena Canyon is off in the far distance, and Mule Ears is out there. 1, 2, 3. Arriba! We're on the South Rim Trail, and we're going to get a view of Emery Peak, the highest peak in the park. So we've come around the west rim, and now we're coming down the trail back into the Chisos Basin. You can see Casa Grande there, and in the far distance you can see the lodge where the van is parked. Here you can see the Pinnacles. This morning we took the Pinnacles Trail up in that area. Here's another view of the mountains in the afternoon. We had come down the trail from over on the right here, that notch.
We hiked up the Pinnacles Trail to the top of Pinnacles, took Boot Canyon to the south rim, ate lunch, came down Laguna Meadows, and got back at 4:20 p.m. Great day.
Did everybody make it?
Everybody made it.
This concludes our 4-day hiking trip. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And here are the links for the providers for this trip.